everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood hanger hobbit here, and welcome aboard the F4U-1C, a rank 3 battle rating 4.7 that is full of freedom. Yay. Oh, I see you guys up there. Now I'm gonna let you know ahead of time, expect to see some shotgunning in this thing, cause yeah, haven't got all the upgrades. And haven't really learned the cannons yet. They don't handle like the 151s. Oh, but you come here, Mr. Key 61. I got enough DACA. I can take my time. Oh, yeah. Who you think you are, a zero? Yeah, your little flippy dippies ain't gonna work, buddy. Because I'm in a Corsair. And this thing's got the agility. So you come here. Oh, how about a little fire, Scarecrow? Yeah. Oh, no, you are not stealing my kill. Thank you very much. Excuse you. How rude. Well, as I'm getting over here into my next engagement, let me tell you a little bit about this bird. This thing is kind of a Frankenstein monster. Yeah, see, because originally they took F4U-1As off the assembly line to make this, but by the time they got done with all the modifications, the D series was coming online and they said, hey, some of those ideas are pretty good, we'll add them to this. So even though this is a 1C, it's got half of a 1A and half of a 1D. You see, they took the stronger legs off the 1D. They took the bubble canopy off the 1D. They also got rid of the center line pylon from the 1A and put on the wing pylons of the 1D so you could fire the HVARs off of it. And then got rid of the 6 Brownings and put in 4 Hispano 20 millimeters. Oh, speaking of 20 millimeters, hello G55. Yeah, you're a scary bird. You got way too much DACA. Oh, look what you did to my buddy. Oh, but you're not doing that without no wings. Thank you, I appreciate. But as I was saying, this thing, they took half of the parts from the 1D, half of the parts from the 1A, plus added 20 millimeter cannons. So this thing had a heck of a lot of firepower. So why didn't you hear about it much? Because the pilots hated it. They absolutely, positively loathed this bird. You see, the Americans were really not good at making 20 millimeter cannons during the war. Yeah, they were kind of terrible. Had a lot of problems with jamming. And until very late in the war, if you got up too high, the guns froze. Yeah, they had to end up putting special de-icers in the things because the guns would just freeze. Which, yeah, not going to make you too happy if you're in the middle of combat and you pull that trigger and it goes click, 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 click. Plus, the main thing that they were facing with Corsairs was the Japanese, and Japanese are just bamboo and gasoline anyway, so didn't really need 20 millimeters. Pilots were killing them just fine with the 50 cals. So they were like, yeah, don't want. Really don't want. But just like the Tiffy, these things found a secondary use as ground pounders. Because while the 20 millimeter may not have been that hot for the air-to-air combats, it kicked serious booty on air-to-ground. Tearing up pillboxes and gun emplacements, yeah, 20 millimeter high explosive definitely brought the smackdown. But the whole naming convention and everything on this thing was just weird. I mean, it's the 1C, but it didn't show up till after the 1D used parts from 1A and 1D. The whole thing just didn't make much sense. Oh, hello, A7. How you doing? Yeah. Did I mention that the cannons are kind of on point? Yeah. But the 1D got sent to the Pacific in mid-44, but the 1C didn't show up till spring of 45. And by then, wasn't too awful much for it to shoot at in the air. That's why they ended up being used for ground pound, because there just wasn't nothing else to shoot at. But this was actually one of the last ones to ever see action in the war as far as the Corsairs went, because they kept it in the ground pound role right up till the end of the war. Ooh, hello J2M, how you doing? Yeah, J2M5. I'm sure those of you that saw my video knows them planes are scary. One thing you have to watch out for though is the temps. Until you get at least tier 3 unlocks, this thing will get kind of hot. And yeah, like I said in the opening, I'm using default belts, and I ended up using them for the whole run. Oh, there's the airbase. Yeah, you gotta go. You're getting a little too close to home. Oh, goodbye, wings. Yeah, was not gonna let you play donuts around the runway. No, thank you. Good Lord, I'm getting so tired of that whole ring around the rosy thing. It gets so annoying. Ooh, that's a GG. Let's see how we did. And, ooh, 4 kills, first place on the team. I'll take that. Heck yeah, I'll take that, especially for a bird that's not spaded. Oh, now here's where this thing really shines. Bombers. All those bombers that scare your little Mustangs and your Spitfires. Yeah, they don't scare this thing. Chompa, 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 chomp. Yeah, gotta love that weight of shot. Now, one thing that a lot of people probably don't know, if it wasn't for the Brits, we probably would have never flown this with the Navy. For the longest time, the Corsairs were strictly for the Marines, because American Navy pilots couldn't land the sucker on a carrier for squat. You see, the way those gull wings are, when this thing's coming in for landing, it's nose high. So that means if you're trying to hit a bouncing carrier in the middle of the Pacific, you're not going to see where you're going, which makes it kind of an issue to put it down, especially if the carrier's moving and the water's bouncing. And yeah, wasn't a good time for the Navy pilots. It was the British that figured out what the trick was. You see, what they would do is they would come in at a sweeping angle so that they could keep their left wing off the carrier and see it right to the last second. Then they'd pop up that nose and put the sucker down. So Brits didn't have no problem. They were like, heck yeah, we'll take these. Oh yeah. Americans said, oh, hey, that trick kind of works. Hey, we'll do that. So, gotta thank the Brits for putting this back on the carriers. But the Marines were more than happy to take all the Corsairs they could get their grubby little hands on. Because not only did these things cut freaking zeros in half, but you could slap on 4,000 pounds of bombs. Ooh, there's that crit. Yeah, you can shoot from seriously long range with these. Ooh, look at all the pieces. You can shoot from a serious long range with these suckers, and it will definitely do some damage. I found that out. I was quite impressed. You can reach out and touch some of them, frankly, even farther than the MG-151s, which I found quite shocking. I thought the 151 was the most long-range gun in the game, but nope. Oh, you come here now. I'm knocking the pieces off. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's not too happy. Well, that's what you get for rushing the base. Ugh. You know, I'm starting to actually feel sorry for the Germans at this BR. Good Lord, the 288 spam. Between the 288, the HE-177 and the Does, good Lord, their teams are getting almost more bomber heavy than the Americans used to be. Getting kind of sad. But they only ended up making 200 of the cannon type, because it was one of them, again, just like the Tiffy. By the time they had all the bugs worked out, like the guns jamming, guns freezing, having to put de-icers on them, and all that fun stuff, it wasn't really a point. Because by then it was already a spring of 45. There wasn't really hardly any planes left to shoot at. And the Americans were pretty much running riot all over the islands. So the few of these that did get used ended up being put mostly on the Shangri-La and were used interchangeably with 1Ds for ground pound rolls. So never did really get a chance to shine as an air-to-air fighter. Dang shame, because the guns are great guns. It just had too many issues. Now, one thing I found with these is you want to keep it at least 300 to 350 kilometers an hour, because this is one of them birds that if you let it get too slow, it gets kind of sluggish. You know, like your controls are being pulled through mud. So yeah, you definitely need to keep her wound up. Once you get past about 700, 750 kilometers though, you really need to be looking at pulling that sucker up, because compression is a thing. Oh, what do we got here in the clouds? Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, it's an F4. And boy, is he tunnel visioned. Will you keep that tunnel vision, buddy? Oh, yeah. I hate when they play peekaboo. But that's okay. For this thing, I got so much ammo, I can afford it. That's fine. Now, I tried all the different belts on this thing, but default belts are HEF, HEF, APIT, whereas the air target belts are HEF, HEF, APIT, HEF. So, yeah, not a whole lot of difference. So, why spin the silver lines if the default belts are basically going to give you the same thing? This is one of them where just no point. I mean, maybe if you wanted to use it for a ground pounder, you could switch to the ground belts, which are all APIs, but I wouldn't advise it. This thing is really not a ground pounder in this game. If you want a ground pound in a fighter, there's ones that carry better bomb loads. Not that I'd say do that. Oh, but look at that. We got them down low. Snacks. Hey, Mr. P-47, look, we got snacks. Yeah, jump on in there, Mr. 47. We'll have some fun. Just got to see which one he's going to go for. Don't want everybody to do a mine, lemming train. Oh, hello, 190. How are you doing today? I'm getting my unlocks. So you come here. Oh, smack. Yeah, it don't take a lot of rounds with this thing. And when you've got 900 plus freaking cannon rounds, oh yeah. This thing is awesome. Because when you run out of planes to shoot at, clean up with some ground targets. Just grab you some AAAs, grab you some armored cars. Grab all the snacks you want. Ooh, G55S's. Man, I love that bird. That is such a great bird. I have paid for so many golden battle wagers by using G55S's. Ooh, trying to take a head on with a G55? Oh, that was not smart. Why did you do that? That's just silly. Oh, I'm not going to take no head on, no. I'm going to let him say hello. Say hello to my cannons. Oh, come on, just a little more. Oh, the engine's starting to cook again. Oh, he's gonna do the flippy dippies. That's okay. Just turn it around a little bit. Get another shot. I got the ammo. Come here, buddy. Just come a little more. Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Oh, and of course, one of my team has to shoot at me because, hey, it's USA teams. Douchiness is always included. Ooh, last guy. Let's see how we did. Gotta wish everybody good old GG. Remember the golden rule. Don't be an ass. Be friendly. Oh, look at him show off. Ooh, ace in a day. Happy day, happy day. Got my ace in a day. Which, considering I needed some unlocks, that's all the sweeter. Ooh, and it pays pretty dang good too. Look at that. Ooh, got all the stuff. Yay, and I got me some unlocks too. Heck yeah, I'll take that. Look at all that extra money. Heck yeah, I likes the extra money. Ooh, let's see how many unlocks I got. Ooh, let's see. God, you really ought to give a little more RP to a fella for getting an ace, you know it? So what do I think about this bird? It's fun. It's real fun. Just remember, she compresses about 750 kilometers an hour, so don't dive like a thunderbolt. But as long as you do that, she can do some work. She turns good, she climbs good. Heck yeah. Well, be sure to like and share, and I hope to see you up there in the clouds. Have a good one, y'all.